What's up, YouTube? What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up? I want to talk about something today that's been heavy on my heart. So heavy. And that is black men in America. And for some others around the world can probably relate to this, but as an American, as a born American, I feel like it's worse here in the States. But black men in America, why is it that as women, as mothers, as parents, do we demasculate our males? Well, I feel like I understand why, because it's like it comes from the history of slavery, the mental and spiritual bondage. But it's 2026 and I'm just trying to understand, like, why are we still doing this? We naturally demasculate our males, and here we are in the height and the peak of a major war called Judgment Day. It's spiritual war, economical war, and we don't have qualified soldiers. And it's not so much as physical fighting, because we'll raise athletes without a problem. It's not even about the physical when I speak of a soldier, but I mean one who is capable emotionally and mentally to move accordingly, or to fight this fight that we're in right now in America, black America. And we don't have qualified soldiers, and the reason being is because we naturally demasculate our men. I feel like there's like maybe three major ways that we do this. One of them is the main one that I see is not allowing our males to have a voice. Like, black boys are not allowed to have a voice. And most of the time, I feel like this comes from women not being healed and not knowing how to communicate efficiently. So therefore, to you, it's disrespect. To you, you don't know how to respond to masculine energy. You don't know how to respond to one expressing themselves and their feelings. So our males have been trained to be silent, to not have a voice. But when you don't have a voice, you are underdeveloped. You're underdeveloped mentally. Well, first and foremost, emotionally. And if you are lacking or broken emotionally, you will not be able to build, because everything rests on your emotional state and you being emotionally balanced. Your way of thinking, the way you deal with money and finances, the way you treat and deal with other women, etc. Another huge way I see this being done is we're still selling, and this goes back to slavery, to bondage. We're still selling the whole illusion of white America, which is if you what is it called? The system. If you do right by the system and gain outside of yourself, meaning you go to school and you gain credentials and paperwork, then that qualifies you as somebody. That gives you substance. And that's so not true. This is why some of the most craziest people have money and degrees, because that does not give you what you need. That does not develop your inner, right? It does not establish yourself as a man or woman, and it surely does not develop the God in you. And without that, what do you have? You know. So a lot of our males, they like to sell themselves on what they have gained and what they have material-wise, worldly, right? But when they have no substance, they get upset when a woman like myself does not want to be bothered with them. Like, nobody cares how much money you have. Nobody cares how many degrees you have, how many years you spent in school, how much training you went through. That does not necessarily build you as a man, as a God. That does not give you substance, right? So this is like number two, the second biggest way that we are demasculating our men, because black men are meant to be developed into so much more. And if you look around in America right now, we don't have what's necessary, what we need in our men, financially and economically, emotionally and mentally, you know, because they're too broken. And it goes back to the woman, to the parents. Speaking of parents, the third, I feel like these are the three major ways that we demasculate our men here in America. The third way is our males not having a father.